Okay, so now we are going to take a look at how things work with the Genesis character. So I'm going to take advantage of the humanoid preset, advised choice, because it's going to set everything in the proper way. And here is our Genesis covered with with snowball custom geometry. Okay, let's call it like this. As you can see, we have three specific settings here, which are peculiar for characters, and they allow to include or exclude sensitive areas like nails, claws, face, mouth, eyes, whiskers, and etc. In this case, if I turn on the face, you see that now the cover has been generated also on the face. Okay, I switch that off. Okay, and you can do a lot of things here. You can alter any setting that you like. You see that now, the cover is a bit maybe not very detailed, so I can reduce the volume size a little bit. So in order to achieve a better geometry polygon flow, and maybe I can reduce also the blob size a little bit. I'm going to try with 6. Okay, so this is a cover that I might like because it's not, too even and uniform. I like that is a bit sparse and covering the Genesis in a random way. Okay, so if you try to modify Genesis pose or any character pose, you will notice how the geometry from the Materia node won't apply and conform automatically. This is a choice because I didn't want to, put extra calculation time to simple viewport operations. So all you got to do to adapt the shape is just basically click in new, and Materia is going to recalculate the shape to the new pose. So this is it. So it's nothing complicated. You can simply apply poses, and also in this case I click new, and I'm going to get the new update. Okay, and that obviously works with any Genesis morph or shape that you want to apply. So in this case I'm trying my orangutan, and let's see where the poses are, like this one, and I click new. Okay, so this is the geometry adapted on the orangutan, and anytime you can enable the iRay preview to see how it looks like. So in this case I just have a gray shader on the geometry because I wanted to highlight how the Materia node mesh would look like. Okay. Okay, I'm now going to use Materia with a little bit more complex task. So I'm going to try to put a snow cover on this character cloak. So I select the cloak, and I'm going to apply the humanoid preset again. Okay, as you can see, it's not right. It's just covering too much the cloak, and is the volume is too high, so this is not good, but I'm going to work on the settings and make it right. First thing I want to do is to disable live, so that no update will be constantly being triggered by each value changes. So I think I'm going to reduce the volume size to 125 because I don't need such a large box. And I'm going to reduce the slope cover to 55. I think because I don't want, I mean, I want the snow cover to not to appear on part of the slopes where it's too steep, okay? So I'm going to run the simulation again and see what comes out. Okay, so I think I like the way it is now. As you can see, the snow is now been applied only on flat, the parts of the cloak which are more flat, okay, not on areas where the curve is too steep, and I think this is a good thing. Maybe I could just, if I switch to polygon mode, I think the surface is probably using a step which is too large. So what I can do is to reduce a little bit the volume step. I'm going to try 2.5. Okay, so now this is the result, pretty much the result I was looking for, and I can switch to iRay preview. And well, this is the result that I have now. As you can see, I have the Materia node here. You see it's a child node of the cloak, so it's here. And if I switch to the surface for the Materia node, what I can do a number of things. I can, for example, reduce the displacement, or better, I can try to apply a negative range start for the displacement and see how that works out. I think maybe it's better if I try something like 2 and -2. And another thing I can do is reduce the noise scale to something like 16 for the noise layer 1 and something like 2 for the noise layer 2. These are settings that I'm going to explain later on a separate movie. Okay, so now you see that with these settings I get some more details on the snow. It's not puffy like it was before. We get way more bumps and a more diversified look on the snow that is on our character. And of course, well, you can make a ton of changes to find the right look that you have in mind. I can enable a plane that I made before with the snow shader on that too. And so this is very quickly a brief tutorial on how to make this warrior female in the snow. Okay, so all for now, and we are going to see in next movie.